Welcome down here podcast. I'm your host, Gamma 305. Yeah. And alongside me is my co-host, of course.
It's your boy MiamiGotJokes. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. We out here.
And across from me is my other co-host, of course.
It's your boy No Lacking All Day, people.
And ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to say I'm starstruck because it's like this is like I've been to a play and I've been around her presence, you know, and it's like it's always overwhelming and whatnot. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce not only a director, a playwright, you know, I'm not saying a visionary, but just an amazing person as far as putting on great productions concerned, entrepreneurship, and I want to over exaggerate and express a woman.
Yeah.
A phenomenal woman.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying? At this level, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Elodie in the motherfucking studio, S&D Radio.
Hello. So amazing to have you tonight.
No, for real.
I'm completely flabbergasted right now.
No, because here's the thing, like I've told you before, like that's like my passion. That's like one of my dreams to actually be a playwright. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like some Tyler Perry. That's on that level. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't do that. That's a heavy job.
It takes a lot of work.
It takes a lot, exactly. So that's why I'm like I'm overwhelmed. I'm happy to have you in the building.
Thank you.
And I've also been a part of, not a part of, but I've seen one of your productions, one of your plays.
Yeah.
And girl,
What
my heart.
happened?
I was into it. I was into the characters. Like, here's the thing. That happens with like TV series.
I know, right?
Throughout the year, throughout like a couple of months or a couple of years, you know, you feel the character. Hey, yo, that's my dog. My favorite character is Ghost. My favorite character is Tommy. You did that within
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
You got attached.
90 minutes.
This took a lot of work. That was 8 months of rehearsing.
Yes.
8 months of cutting, trimming the fat. 8 months of my cast taking it, dissecting it, becoming those characters, and making the story their own. A lot of things you guys saw, I didn't write. A lot of things that were funny just came naturally to them. The chemistry that they had amongst each other and just how they interpreted the story. So I take half the credit and my team takes the other half because it's a group effort.
So you give your actors the freedom of pretty much creativity.
Definitely. I tell them all the time. Yeah, absolutely. My script is just a blueprint. Like, this is the story I'm trying to tell. So as long as you're respectful to what my core vision is, like, do whatever you feel is natural, because I'm writing from one perspective. I'm writing from a female's perspective. So something I say, a man might be like, a man wouldn't really say that.
Yeah.
He'll say like, man, fuck that. Like, you know, and so they'll make it their own thing. So I definitely give them the freedom and the respect as an artist to just make it whatever, you know, works for them.
Because when I see certain plays, you know, when I've been around, you know, certain directors and whatnot, which was one, I didn't say a lot. I didn't say around, but it's that way he was like act, you know what I'm saying? Like, he took it very serious, like to the point where, you know, it was all his line and everything.
Yeah.
Has any actor ever said something out of pocket where you were just like, no, that's not my vision, that's not what I believe in?
No, I don't think so. I'm very flexible in that way, but before I was very, very, very possessive of my work. When I first started my first stage, I'm like, no, it has to be like this, and it has to be like that. And I think it's because there was just a lack of trust between myself and releasing my baby to other people, you know? And so when I started to see that, like, oh, well, this was actually funnier than what I would have come up with, then I'm like, okay, I can relax a little bit. But I can understand where he's coming from, because you're like, if it's not funny, like, the audience is gonna think I'm dumb as a writer, you know? So it's like, no, be precise. But you kind of just give people the freedom to be who they are. So, you know, no one's ever said anything that I felt was like weird.
Now, has it ever came to a point in time, because it's like, how much of like your cast and crew, like how much people do you have to pretty much like manage and operate? That's my thing.
Well, because I'm the writer,
yes,
I'm the director, I'm the producer, I manage maybe like 25 to 30 people.
Yeesh.
Like, in different realms. So I manage the actors, and then I manage the stage manager, then I manage like the videographer. I manage a lot. There's a lot of moving pieces. So it definitely takes a lot of work. I probably sleep like 3 or 4 hours a night while I'm in production season. Yeah. because you're on the phone with the set designer at like 2:00 in the morning. There's a lot of moving pieces. Like there's a lot that goes into it, but I love it, so it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is what I see in my mind. I gotta make it happen, and that's just, and I got this, like, it's the grit, the hustle. So it's a lot of people to manage.
That's what
a lot
I'm
of
saying.
personalities. Trust me.
There's a lot of personality, and then
Yeah.
one person might disagree with a certain screen or writing. Or
Yeah.
have you ever done?
Yep.
Have you ever like fired somebody off the set? Like, you know what, I'm done with you. Gotta go. That's it.
Well, I fired them and I killed their character off.
Oh,
Like,
like
I killed characters off.
okay,
Like-
wait. Did you have the person die on set or
No.
Or
So like, let's say like someone did something that I felt was just against the brand, or I don't feel like they represent what I'm doing very well. Like let's say I started a story off with like a mom and a dad. The play would end up being like, well, you know what? We can't replace the mom this late, so the mom died in a car accident,
Oh,
and we're moving on. You know, it's like I'm not going to tolerate certain things just for the production to happen. Like we're gonna just move around it and keep it moving.
So when spontaneous things happen like that, how long did it take you to rewrite that whole script?
My cast has had to redo things the night of.
Oh, you're a beast.
No, they're beasts.
Oh God.
The chemistry is natural. You're like, look, we ain't got this, so let's just make it happen. And they always step up and they always rise to the occasion. So I just let them know like we're changing this. They trust me, I trust them. So we're like, yo, it's lights on, let's go. And they're just like making it happen. They're amazing. When you have a good team, you can do anything.
Exactly.
When you have a good team, you can be like, man, look, we about to shoot this in the bathroom. Everybody's like, all right, whatever, let's make it happen. So
I'm about to be on some Beyonce, Beehive, homecoming shit.
yeah. It takes a lot of work, but at the end, when you're there and you hear the audience like laughing, and you hear the audience silent in those deep moments, and you see like no one scrolling through their phones, everyone is like
Focused
pulled
on
into your world. You're like,
exactly.
yes.
Like when you had like your intermission, this what it was. This was the intermission. Okay, y'all gonna take a break. Oh God!
Nobody wanted to leave.
You're like, oh my gosh! Like, okay, quick, like 2 minutes, hurry up. We ain't gonna move. Like that's how deep, you know, that's how much of a fan like your whole audience was into each character, into the play itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I got into it. You know, when I got invited to the play, I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? This was like pretty much my first play in life. You know what I'm saying? Where like I enjoyed myself.
And that's what I wanted.
And when I sat down, I didn't want to get off my seat. I didn't want it to end. I'm like,
you're
yo,
a man.
I'm a man. Yo, I'm a man. That's the thing about it, y'all. Like, you know, I'm masculine to the T. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but it was real tough for me to not show my emotions. Like at one point, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with her, dog? She tripping. You get real into the play. Like once you capture your audience like that, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
And for those who don't know, like the play is called The Silent Cries of the Good Woman.
Yes.
So basically it was telling 4 different love stories at one time.
Okay.
And it just kind of told the love story from the woman's experience, which of course like I'm a woman, so I'm gonna do that. We've dealt with infertility. One couple was trying to get pregnant and they couldn't. The reason why they couldn't is because she had an abortion and she never told her husband before they got married. So her body's like done pretty much.
So she called it STD.
No.
Just burnt her ovaries.
It sounds reasonable.
You know what?
Yeah,
reasonable.
No, so she kept getting pregnant, but she kept having miscarriages.
Okay.
And then another, they're married with 3 kids, and her husband's like, he's checked out.
Yeah.
And they're struggling with that. And then there's a teenage pregnancy story, and then when he's talking about being mad, is there was one woman caught between 2 guys.
What?
Her first love and her new love.
Yeah.
And you know,
first love was us.
Yeah, her first love was like, this is my dime.
It's us. You know what I'm saying?
She
I
mine.
don't play that.
And her new dude was also like, nah, she mine. So it was like it was funny, but you know, she ended up choosing her first love. So yeah.
That puppy love right there.
Puppy love,
Yeah, but it's like that's the prison judge. That's the nigga.
He was an NFL star.
Yeah, but that's the vagabond. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was.
Vagabond side.
No, she wasn't getting.
But you know how all women feel about their first love.
You should have seen what she was doing though, dog. They that night chilling with banning the new love. Like I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna take. I'm like, what? I'm like, if I was him, I'm like, no, hell no, just go home. Just go chill in the car. So he go to
There's
sleep.
a vein popping out your neck. Are you alright?
That's you see the play
I'm
coming
got
back.
that energy.
No, the play is coming back in my head. It's all coming back to me. Like, it's like that's how I feel about it.
That's how everybody was reacting. It was funny.
Now, as far as your new play is concerned, explain to me what you have in mind with this new project.
Well, it's
And what's
called
the directions?
Well, the name of the stage play is Why Good Men Cheat.
Why great men cheat.
Why Good Men Cheat.
Yes.
And actually, after the last show, one of my good friends came up to me. He was like, yo, I loved your show. It was amazing. It was funny. Da, da, da. He was like, but when are you going to tell our story? Like, when are you going to tell the man's story? He was like, everywhere we turn, we're always hearing about what women want and blah, blah, blah. He was like, but no one ever really tells a story from the man's perspective, especially the black man's perspective.
Men are being depicted.
Right, exactly. And so when he said that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not a man though, so I'm not really like, trying to take that on. That's not my battle to fight. Yeah. I'm a woman, I stand with the women, this is, whatever. And he was like, nah, man, like, there are a lot of men who are dying in their relationships. Like, good men. I'm not talking about the dog-ass niggas. I'm not talking about... Not the scrubs. I'm talking about good men who take care of their kids, who work, who, are well-balanced. They're, like, struggling, and they're dying in these relationships that they're not happy in.
And then they need a voice. Sorry. Whoa. Let me rephrase that. We need a voice.
Yes. Oh, you in there? You in that category?
We need a voice.
Are you in that category?
We need a voice. You're not in that category.
No. I'm suffering.
I'm in that category.
I'm suffering because I keep meeting the
the
wrong
voice.
But yes.
Spencer say, hey, man, talk that shit.
Yeah.
You speak your gospel right now.
I'm feeling really unappreciated. Like the cherish group.
Exactly. Yeah, so he was telling me, like, listen, there is a story that's not told. And I think a lot of men are misunderstood. And so that was like last November, the last show. And so from there I was like, okay, God, I had to pray about it first. I'm like, Jesus, I'm not going to just take this on and I just make like us look dumb and I'm telling the story wrong. So I was like, okay. So I prayed, I fasted about it, and I was like, look, I'm gonna give you what you need. So I started hosting these focus groups. So it's like dudes like all ages, married, engaged, single, divorced, second marriage, whatever.
That's official.
And
eligible bachelors.
Eligible bachelors. All dog niggas, like all type of dudes. I got them all in one room. And they all were like just authentic. They were transparent. They were honest. It was just me and my older sister, me and my big sister were the only two females in the room. It was like a group of like 15, 20 guys. And they were honest about the things that hurt them. Words that women say that make them check out, things that make them feel invisible in their own home, things that make them feel like, you know what, I might as well go out and cheat. Like,
can I stop you right there?
Yes.
With all due respect.
Go ahead. What you got to say?
This is why I left.
Army bandana.
Okay. Now that you explained that, some men do check out of certain relationships because of what women do and how they act and what type of feedback they get. I want to know why aren't men comfortable about telling their significant other how they feel, but women are more comfortable and telling them how they feel, what doesn't make them happy, what they would see more. But why don't men feel that way, especially good men? Why do they feel like they gotta hold it in?
I think it's conditioning. Like, you guys are conditioned before you ever even meet me. Like, in your world and in your life, you represent strength. And you represent power. You represent self-control. You represent, like the poker face. And we're the ones who are like supposed to cry. Even we watch movies, a woman's crying is like ugly cry. A man cries like one little tear. You're only allowed to give us a little bit. And I think that's why you guys are silently suffering in these relationships. Me, I'm happy about something. I'm like, yo, baby, this is not working. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to fix this. And men, I feel like you guys feel like anytime you say something, your head gets bit off. And you get shut down. And you get attacked. And you get accused of, like, being whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, somebody told me in the group that we're in, this man told me that when he started crying, this woman called him a bitch. Like, oh, stop being a bitch. I'm like, I'm like,
men have feelings too.
No, but
but that happens.
I know, but like, I was in there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, in there, I wanted to cry because I'm like, we dehumanize men in a lot of ways. We look at you guys. You guys are just like a presence, not a human to us. And I think it's also just social conditioning for us as well. We're just. You guys act like you don't have emotions, so we treat you like you don't have emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you really start to talk to men and you start to listen to what they're saying, you're like, damn, you really feel that way? And I was talking to my cousin. He was like, the only difference between men and women is their body parts. Like, they all want the same thing. Men want hugs. Men want kisses. Men want whatever.
Coming from a woman.
Yeah, and I think that I want to tell that story though. Like I want to just show men in a completely different light and as human beings.
Oh my gosh. Hey, everybody in the whole world, come see this play.
I think it's important. You know, I really applaud you for that.
Yeah.
I think it's important because I see a lot of movies and romantic, shows where it shows like the women's side, but
They don't depict
but
our feelings.
a lot of men don't really get that type of opportunity to really tell their women how they feel.
And to be honest, we just don't know. Like we just don't know either. And it goes, and me and my friend Lolo, which we talk about this a lot. We have a lot of like really deep conversations. And it goes back to slavery. Like it's deeper than what we know. It's in our blood, in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? And like that's why I'm working so hard to rehabilitate Black entertainment. Because I think we get a lot of negativity, a lot of fighting, jumping on tables, throwing stuff or whatever. We're not talking about the stuff that really matters. Like, how can I keep my man? How can I keep my family together? How can I not run him off? How can I, maintain a stable household? How can I make sure that he's fulfilled and he's happy and he's empowered to go out into the world and make things happen for us? Because, like, we always hear, like, the woman is the neck or the woman's the backbone. It's like, we don't really know what that means, though. Like, how am I supposed to be your backbone?
Exactly.
Is it sending you, like, words of affirmation in the morning? Like, is it telling you, like, damn, baby, you fine as hell. You look good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that you need? We don't know that, though, because you guys don't tell us. So what do you guys need?
No, it's not. But here's the thing, though.
I need a phenomenal woman.
You said it.
I need a phenomenal woman.
Conditioned thing. We've been conditioned to think a certain way and act a certain way.
Not me.
It's been instilled in us since we were younger.
Oh, not me.
You had to be tough. You can't cry. That's a sign of weakness.
And then, like if you do act that certain way in fashion,
bitch.
and then you ain't gonna get the girl you want.
I know that was a thing.
Stop crying.
Oh, you a bitch ass nigga. I'm like,
Stop crying.
It was a yank that said that.
That's
Trust
real.
me, because Haitians don't talk to their niggas like that.
I'm not surprised.
It was
Like,
American.
I'm really not surprised.
I'm sure.
Them American girls, boy.
I swear.
I love y'all American women.
And I cry to my Zoom
I
girl.
know that, I'm just
Every
saying.
time I cry to my Zoom girl, she's like, Issa again. She come and comfort me.
Yeah.
I cry to my Yaya. Bitch ass nigga.
Tie it up. Tie it up.
And you know,
Y'all like that though. That's what y'all like. That's what y'all want.
I'm tough.
No, we don't.
Y'all like that.
I had to reevaluate myself.
Yeah, you right.
And you know what's crazy? I'm not surprised men are going through this because, like, I say this all the time with this gender role thing, bro. It's problematic in relationships.
Gender roles?
Yeah, gender roles is problematic. I understand women have to be women and men have
Like
to
the
be men.
roles of male and female.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like we get caught up in just
Traditional.
Like you get caught up in too much traditional and not really thinking about what can I do to really help my relationship, to really better my relationship.
Yes.
Better my man.
Trying to say, yo, you're this is what's expected. Like, no.
And you know what's crazy? I recently learned what it means to be a partner.
Yes.
Like, you're taught, like, as a Haitian woman, you're taught, yo, you go to school, and then you find a husband, you get married, but you just see your mom cooking and cleaning. That's it. You don't see, like, those conversations, her rubbing his back. You don't see that. You just see your
Tough
boy
love,
in front of
tough
the TV.
Tough love.
Right?
Listen,
And then you see your mom on the stove. Like, that's what's really happening in this world. So,
yeah,
right, her love language to him is like, baby, your food is on the stove. You know what I mean? But like, and that's the dehumanizing that happens. Because me as a woman, I had to learn, like, sometimes your dude, you gotta just be able to tell in his body, like when he's just like, man,
he ain't fucking with you right
you know,
now.
you're like,
I
man,
need time out.
you need a time out, and you gotta just be like, man, what
Let
happened?
me play 2K.
This the one.
And come back to me.
This the interview right here.
Listen, y'all.
Let me play my 2K. And just
This
go
the
back and
one.
forth.
No, for real, and you gotta be like, baby, you know, like whatever you need, what do you need from me? Or I'm not gonna lie, like me, I'm the person that's gonna be like, I'm gonna go to the liquor store, I'm gonna get you your bottle. Here you go. I'm here if you need me.
I had one like that. It's rare. It's rare.
It is rare, but
Listen.
You don't catch it twice.
you
That's
don't.
the last of the
I'm
dying
telling
breed.
you, like,
Last of the
Listen,
dying
what
We
breed.
you
just skate at the Pokeball.
Don't settle because like that's how I'm glad you brought that up with you. Like seeing like it's like what you just said, bro.
His mind's blown right
No,
now.
it's
His
serious.
mind's blown.
It's real. It's real.
Listen,
And this is what niggas look for.
Listen,
Talk
what
to
the fuck
us.
you just said made so much fucking sense because it's like a lot of women like say, oh, but my dad treated my mom like. A lot of our parents, like she just said, like we watch our mom in the kitchen and our dad at work. And
You
this
don't see
is,
it in between?
and you don't see the communication of sitting down, talking, going on vacation, none of that shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's big. And like, people don't understand that, bro. Like, a lot of y'all parents was in relationships and was just regretting that whole shit.
Yo, they sleeping in 2 different
What?
beds.
You know what's crazy?
They sleeping in 2
They're
different
not
beds.
even fucking no more, bro.
No.
That's nasty.
You in one room, the old boy in the other room.
Yep.
They just make it look good because they doing it for you.
Exactly.
Okay, but the mom and dad not sleeping in the same bed. They're not vibing for real.
They're not.
They're really not vibing.
At all.
Oh my god.
But when somebody die,
it's a different.
it's a different story. The whole church, Madame Jean, they start
It
talking
was so
Madame
perfect
Jean.
together.
Madame Jean, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, that play is gonna raise so much awareness.
Right, so you pretty much took all that in the bar and you
What I did was I recorded it.
Yes, you recorded it.
And I kept
There
playing
you
it
go.
back
Yes.
when I was writing because it's really easy to get defensive as a woman because I know why I am the way that I am.
Yeah.
And
Always
it's
got
easy
that
to
guards
like,
up. That girl, women's always have their guards up.
I'm gonna get to that too, but it's not about me, and it's not about the women. It's not about their excuses. What we're doing is, for women, I'm gonna show you yourself. I want every woman in the audience to be like, damn, I do that.
That's me.
That's
They're
fucked
gonna be like,
up.
oh my god,
I
that's me.
do that.
I do that.
I do that every
I did that
time.
10 minutes ago.
I'm doing it right now.
I did that in the car. Like, over here.
Exactly.
That's the purpose of this.
I
Is
just
to
told
show-
this nigga that.
because why good men cheat? Good men typically, you're a good man. You gotta really, 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 really push some buttons.
Yeah.
If he's a good man, I'm not talking about these dog ass niggas. I'm talking about a good man that takes care of his kids. That
But
works.
do you justify it though? Will we still justify the cheating though?
No, I'm not gonna justify this.
Okay, this big.
I'm not gonna justify it because
We
the whole
just
thing
saying-
is to show what pushes him. To,
What led him
what
to?
led him
Okay,
to that point.
cool.
So to teach them so it won't happen.
So it won't happen. And the thing is that, you know, the last play was to show men what not to do. So this play is going to show women, like, you know, what not to do. And I'm really passionate about it because I've shown up in relationships broken. I've shown up in relationships confused and unsure and insecure and whatever. And I've seen how it's torn things apart. You know what I'm saying? In that room with those men and the knowledge that I'm about to learn from these side chicks that I'm going to interview, because I'm interviewing some side chicks. Because they know what to do to get your, they know what to do.
They know how to make that nice.
They know how to
that
make
naughty
it
hot.
They know how to make it
You gotta
happen.
get that naughty hot.
We call her, in our small group, we call her thirsty. The chick that's like,
The thirst trappers.
your man looks good and you don't say anything, he goes to work and she's fixing his tie and she's bringing him lunch.
That's the
She's-
work
Oh,
girlfriend.
I spoke about her the last interview. Remember
That's the
last
work
episode?
girlfriend.
That's the girl who's linked at your man.
That's the one that's like,
That's
she's
her.
looking his ego and she's listening to him and whatever.
That's the
Yeah.
And
work
like-
girlfriend right there.
It's, you know, people get comfortable.
I can't
Women
wait.
get comfortable real quick and it's like, don't.
Oh, I can't wait.
You was bae as fuck.
Thank you.
They start saying shit like that.
If I run on stage, like, cause I'm passionate, like, if I run on stage, like, cause I'm mad about something, oh, I can't stand that.
No,
Cause
I'm gonna have a tip jar for y'all in the corner.
this is,
That's good. I
But-
really appreciate you doing
Yeah, so my whole purpose is to rehabilitate black entertainment and to just tell stories that heal, but entertain,
Mhm.
make y'all laugh. I feel like you guys laughed a lot.
a
They was
lot.
cracking-
Yes,
they was
it
cracking
was.
up. And just making it real. Making it real.
It was drama, comedy, romance,
Mm-hmm.
sci-fi.
it. Well, let's so where does she come in on this? Let's start.
Simply, she's my publicist.
Okay.
So she's gonna be
Introduce yourself,
controlling
Simply.
all of that.
Hey, my name is Simply Anique. I do marketing and PR.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised in Miami.
That's what's up.
Big
Gutter,
county.
gutter.
The county
The
did.
crib,
So,
from the crib.
so you make everything happen.
Tray on fire.
As far as y'all coming to the show, you push everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God.
She get it
How long you
done.
been doing that?
I've been doing it for about 4 years.
Oh,
Mm.
that's official.
2
I love
years.
it.
Well, 1 year and a half, like professionally the right way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the previous you just been just winging it like
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I
Fuck
was
it.
just doing it really
Let me
good.
just throw the numbers up. All right.
Oh,
Yeah, you know about the books.
Not at all.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that's what I was doing. I was just doing it. It
That's
came
how
so
you
natural.
learn.
Yes.
I thought everybody did that. Like, I thought it was normal.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
official.
And then
That's,
people was like, you're a publicist. I was like, no, I'm not. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 3 people told me back to back. So I Googled it. I was like, wow, people get paid for this?
Of course.
I was
You
like,
pay for
wow.
everything.
Yeah, and I didn't know.
Everything in the United States. Everything.
I thought it was common sense. And it's not.
it's not.
So at what point did you just say like, you know what, I'm really gonna start going legit, like really getting this paperwork done? Cause like me and y'all are comedians, So and sometimes like when people try to book us, they ask us like, okay, so do you have a contract? Like, and then we be like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Email me what you want to do right now.
At what point, like, what made you feel like, you know what, I gotta get legit?
What point was it? When I was just because when I just felt like a lot of people were like, you need to have paperwork because loyalty isn't gonna get you what you want. And I was like, no, I'm good. And then something happened. I thought about it. I was like, yo, I know what I'm doing. Like, I need to do this the right way. And I felt like I wasn't going to be respected if I didn't do it the right way. If I didn't dot my I's, cross my T's. And then I wanted to make the money for it.
Exactly. You gotta be legit.
And I wanted to have like a record. I didn't have no record. It was just, oh, they know who you are, but no one really knows exactly what I do or what I've done until I tell them or they start putting pieces together. So I was like, for me to be able to really brand myself, I need to have a record of everything that I do.
No half stepping.
Exactly.
So how did you guys like team up?
Well, I wanted to go to her play last year and I didn't. I didn't make it. It was sold out and then something was wrong.
You selling out shows?
And the next time
Okay, I have to let you guys know I had 2 sold out. Yeah, we working on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th day, but yeah, their tickets were gone. I'm sorry.
And then, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, I missed it. And then we actually met, and then we have mutual people that we both know.
Oh, we do.
And then I just started seeing how she moved, and I was like really interested in her brand. And I was like, I need to take a leap of faith because I really work with like I usually work with rappers, singers, clothing brands, stuff like that.
Yeah. It wasn't.
And I was like, yeah, I took the step. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna reach out to somebody, and she was who I wanted to reach out to, because I felt like what I do and what she does together would be amazing. And I already like met her on some like positive and kind of business, but not really business. Like it was good.
Just good vibes.
Yeah, it was definitely good vibes.
I didn't even know. I was like, wait, what? You do what? I was like, girl,
I need you.
I need this. And it was that easy. She was just like, yeah. And then we talked.
Yeah, like, we talked. It was like it was supposed to be like a quick 30 minutes. It was like for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we talked for a long time, and then we just understood like
what it was.
I knew what I brought. I understood what she brought, and I'm like, listen, I respect what you do because I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So this is all you.
So you both like match each other's energies.
Exactly. And she told me what she wanted me to pay her, and you pay her your worth. You pay her worth.
And you sell out.
No questions asked.
You sell out.
You sell out. And so
that's it.
I believe in her. I've watched her.
I believe in y'all.
With the people that she's worked with. I'm like, okay. And the thing is that she's silent, but she's present. You know, she's silent but deadly, and she's present. It's like she's not trying to be like all in the, but you know, like okay, it's the one. You know, that's what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she ain't doing all that.
Yes, in the video.
So how important is that relationship? Because like knowing like dealing with business and people, like you know, I'm pretty positive you guys deal with people that like try to screw y'all over or try to step on your toes or try to short you some money. Whatever. Paperwork. So.
Also, I don't work with people I don't believe in. Like I'm not a money hungry person. I like money. I want money. It makes the world go round. But I'm not a money hungry person. So if I don't like your brand or if I don't believe in your brand, I probably won't work with you. And if I do, it won't be like super hands on. I'll do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So a lot of people that work with this because I believe in them. Like I'm really good at, oh, that's what you do. I really like what you do, and I want to work with you. And then we work and we make it happen. I'm not just gonna, oh, you come to me with $10,000 and gonna look at you. It's the money. I can finesse you, but I'm not really into that. I'm like, look, I can do this for this. I know you want all of this. I can't really give you that. And I'll be real with you because I don't want like having a quick $10,000 is not.
Call me when that $10,000 bill do come.
You stupid.
We gonna
no, but it's I'm gonna work it, but it's just certain
we
stuff
working
I
shit. We
won't
gonna
do.
hit ghosts.
Pick up your lead.
But I also think it's important to just have people around you that can do what you can't. I think that's like a huge part of success. A lot of us just want all the glory. Like, I did this, I did that. I tried that my first couple stage plays, and it's exhausting. Like I don't know the first thing about marketing. Me and Google were like best friends. So when someone is good at what they do, and they have a proven track record, you're like, look, sis.
I need aid. This all yours. This all
and God will never bring someone into your path
that's not supposed to be there.
Yes.
Like
the way it happened, oh, we were just talking. I'm like, what? You do what? I thought you were just whatever. She's like, yeah, no, yeah, but it really started like this. I'm like, oh.
And it started making sense.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's why you're. I'm like, okay, well, cool. I mean, she's been at my aunt's house, like, she's been around.
Yeah.
She practically family back
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I'm like,
But we never really talked about the business.
We never talked about the business, so it's like, oh,
And I
okay.
finally was like, you know what? Let
We
me
just
do
say it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy she did because it just takes a weight off my
That's what's
shoulders.
up.
The growth. I love the growth.
Everybody need a friendship back then. It's just so
And
hard.
then you got a friendship and a
Thank
business
you
partner at the
for
same
being
time.
all at the
You know what I'm
same
saying? So that's
You
amazing.
just talk your fears to, like, girl, I don't know if we
Look
can do
where you
this.
at
She's
now.
like,
Exactly.
no, we gonna do it.
You
I'm
know,
like,
make it happen.
Now, one thing you haven't spoke about is when are we expecting to see why good men cheat?
April 24th and 25th.
Drum roll, please.
Let's hold on. Kenny, let's do the joke, Kenny. Kenny, let's do the joke. Let's repeat the. Ellen,
Yes.
when are we expecting why good men cheat to come out?
It's April 24th and 25th at the Little Haiti Cultural Complex.
CJ Bled.
It's a CJ Bliss. It's a while away,
Yes.
but it's not. In
It's-
production world, like for us, it's
April.
like this
This
is like
is 2 seconds.
yeah. For us, it's like 8
Tomorrow.
rehearsals, 10 rehearsals, 12 rehearsals. Like it's not a lot for us. So it's gonna be a lot of work. And this is one of my main
Now
my
she-
lead actress.
Don't worry, let's
Okay.
I was don't worry, I was gonna catch it. I was gonna be like, now she said us. I don't know if y'all seen
Us.
the guest star. This is the
Come in the camera.
Come in the camera.
Sister girl.
Come in the camera.
This is
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, this is the actor I fell in love hate with.
don't do that.
I fell in love hate
I thought I was
with.
blasting my character.
killed
Oh
it.
my God.
Noel.
That's how much of a great job you did.
She killed
That's
it.
how much of a great job
She
you did.
killed
I was like, no. And then I was like, Judy, you gonna drive her home? No, don't drive her.
She killed it.
You did a great
I
job.
did have a great writer and producer and director. She is everything. Hats off to Lolo. She does it all. Like if you've ever seen Issa Rae with her company, and you know you see like the Tyler Perry, you've seen all those things. Like she really knows how to bring people together, and I think that's the biggest thing that I love about working with her. Is that I know that I'm gonna get something out of it. When there's new relationships, new meeting new connections, seeing people's reaction in the play. I mean, we had people like, no, don't do it. Like we had to literally pause in the play for like moments that we didn't even think was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Your reaction at the end of the play. I mean, my own brother was at the play. He's like, man, he was upset.
I was there.
He was like, he's like, I can't do it.
I can't tell you.
Man, what's up with how you grab my sister? Like, I'm like, I'm down. During intermission, I had to literally like calm him down. Intermission, that was like on point.
Yeah.
Why Good Men Cheat, April 24th. I mean, that weekend is gonna be shut down. She sold out shows already.
Yes.
So like we look forward to like getting more people to come see the place, to come back, because I mean she's had people come to one play and then literally come back the next day to another play again.
Yes.
So bring somebody with them. So definitely we look forward to that. So
I can't wait. And like we said earlier, y'all, it's a sold out event. Y'all better get y'all tickets like for real.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I almost didn't get mine. That's how serious it was. I almost didn't
Well,
get mine.
people were the day of Lolo. The day of, people were like, "Please, man,
Please,
you ain't got somebody with 2 tickets." I'm like,
Yes.
"There's nowhere for you guys to sit." I'm
Yes.
sorry, like I'm not trying to be mean, but there's literally nowhere
You're
else
gonna
to
have to
sit.
lap up.
Yeah.
Back in the days.
Stand up.
Lap up.
I honestly was saying like Lolo's she was the first person I called when I was bringing my show to Miami because I did my plays in Maryland.
Yes.
She was like, I was like, Lolo, I don't know, dog, because I never did a play in Miami. Like, I was nervous, I was anxious. She was like, what? Like, you're worried about the wrong thing right now. We need to be worried about rehearsals or whatever. I'm like, no, sis, I'm worried about tickets. Like, I don't know, people don't know who I am. She's like, no, like, you got it.
right.
Like, you're gifted, you're good. And I think having someone like that in your corner every week that you go to rehearsal, that's reminding you, I'm like, Lolo, this shit looking crazy right now. Everybody coming to rehearsal drunk.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, our rehearsal,
Lit.
what y'all saw on stage is real.
Yes.
Like, it's real family. People
Yeah.
coming to practice drunk. People
Real rap raw.
lit, you know, like, and she's like, no, don't worry about it. Like, we gonna get it together.
That's
like,
official.
You know, and she's like, she's getting everybody in check. Like, look, man, we fucking know that. We gotta get our shit together.
That's
So,
being a coordinator. All
Now,
that.
with your shows, do couples after your show, do couples leave like better or worse? Like, do you see the reactions? Like, do you see it like, oh, they finna break up because that bullshit.
I've had a lot of couples tell me that on their ride home, like it triggered a lot of conversations that they needed to have, like conversations they were avoiding, and conversations that like they saw themselves like on stage. It was like, damn.
So you saved a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
You broke a lot of them.
Yes, I have.
Relationship hero.
I'm the love
She's a
doctor.
guru.
I'm the relationship guru.
And how does that make you feel? Because it's like to really like
Girl, boy, I mean,
to really like really hit that nerve that people are scared to like touch upon. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
it makes me feel like my purpose has been fulfilled. Because but while I'm doing this, keep in mind, I'm not just writing for fun. Like, it's a very spiritual process for me. Like, I'm fasting. I don't talk to anybody. I don't go anywhere. I'm off social media. I'm like zoned in for whatever time it takes me to write the script. I'm very focused. I'm very serious about it. So by the time it hits the stage and before you guys come in, the night before I'm in the auditorium praying over every seat. I'm intentional about what I'm doing. I'm backstage praying in their dressing rooms. Huh?
How much seats are
This
in
seat has
venue?
300 venues.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of seats.
This one does, but I'm praying over every seat.
Christ.
I'm in the booth where the lights and sound is gonna be.
Mhm.
I'm in their dressing room before they come in, before the show. I'm very intentional because it's a very spiritual thing. Like you guys don't leave feeling that way by accident.
Yeah.
You know, like you leave feeling that way because God is like,
It's the God.
that's what I need you to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not qualified. Like, I'm not married. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, whatever. But on paper, I'm not. You know, I didn't go to school for, like, you know, but I'm very intentional about what I do. So I feel exhausted. I feel drained physically because it takes a lot. But I feel like, okay, my purpose, like, if this was the last show I ever did, I know that people are going to always remember, like, this line or that feeling or whatever, you know? So I'm very, very intentional about it. And next one's gonna be real good.
So what's your like motivations? Like, do you look up to Tyler Perry's and all the other people who make screenplays?
I do, but I don't. Only because our writing styles are different.
Okay.
You know, me and Tyler Perry are not. My writing's a little more in depth.
Mm-hmm.
His is more like freestyle, and like, you know, he just talks or whatever, and same way but just different styles. So definitely Issa, just because she's where I'm trying to be as far as like series and like, you know, whatever.
Insecure is that shit.
What?
Insecure.
I watched it with you, matter of fact, Lola. I watched it with her like all 3 seasons.
Yeah, she had a show before Insecure.
Awkward Black Girl.
YouTube. What's it called again?
Awkward
Black Girl.
Yeah.
And that's what got her.
That's what got
exactly got her the deal.
So,
that was dope.
And her shit
I
is
see.
fire.
I see the vision.
You see it?
I see it.
That's where I'm trying to go.
No say trying.
That's where I'm going.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You actually said something. Elodie actually said something. She said that what she liked most about Issa Rae was that she networked across and not networked up.
Yes.
So, and I never understood that. I'm like, what? Like, she's like, no. Like, she literally took people that was in her, around her, in her community, her friends, her, you know, family members, whoever, and put them in position. And like, kind of like what LeBron James did. Like, you know, instead of gonna go get a manager, he got his best friend. So it's like, he didn't network up, he networked across. And I think that was like one of those biggest things that I can say, like, you know, I've learned from Lolo as well. It's like, you know, so how do I use that and apply that to what I do and to my businesses, you know?
Yeah, it's true because people around you are great.
Yeah.
You don't see it because it's not refined. You're not coming in like big chains or whatever, but people around you,
that's the goal, man.
they have a lot to deposit into you. They have more time to deposit into you. They understand the vision. You know, people who's like, oh, well, whatever, it's all about the money. Whatever. I don't really, whatever. Like, good, you're going to be right here still trying to chase that check.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? While the rest of us are like over here living it up. Sometimes it's just about the hunger. It's about the grind. It's about the vision. It's about the hustle. It's about making it real. Once people attach themselves to whatever you're doing, you're Gucci.
Yeah. Like I tell Miami Got Jokes. It's like whenever we have any projects and whatnot, right? Whenever we think about anything we got going on, if we get like outside, you know, people in, they gonna expect the check. You know, they got daily routines going on. You know what I'm saying? So if you gonna cancel their daily routine and all that, you got to pay them. But if you got somebody who's passionate about it, passionate about the vision, who want to make it happen, they here forever. They don't care about you. They worry about the future endeavors.
I'm thankful to my crew because Saturday and Sunday mornings they were up at 8 in the morning. For 8 months.
That took a lot of sacrifice.
Understand, there's a level of respect that I'm always gonna have for them. It's not dedication, it's believing in me.
The
Like,
whole project.
there was nothing else. Nothing else gets you out of bed other than being like,
this shit gonna work.
Okay,
I gotta make
we gonna sell this shit out.
Yeah.
You know, like having that belief. Like, and I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Because literally, your Saturday and your Sunday, that's your day. After you worked all week, you don't want to do a damn thing. You don't want to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, so them literally waking up every week, showing up to rehearsals everywhere. And the night of the shows, I almost cried, but I didn't. But like, because that moved me, like as a creator, as someone who was just sitting in a room one day just writing, to see like a whole 20, 15 people being like, we're showing up for you. Don't let us down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do our part, you do yours. Like, that was something that was so real. So you guys right here, this is the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hold each other down though, the days that you don't feel like doing it, you get a call from him. He's like, look, man, it may not look like nothing right now, but trust me. You know what I'm saying? On days that you don't feel like doing it, and you're like, I got my camera, look, I'm here with you, we rocking. The 4 of us, we doing it together. Like, it's gonna take you guys to the next level. People are gonna attach themselves to you, and it's gonna literally open doors that you never even dreamt of. Like, it doesn't have to be flashy all the time. Sometimes just y'all grinding together. Like us, we're forever bonded.
Yes.
No matter what. I could be on open show and I'm always gonna mention her. I'm always gonna mention the people that were in my stage play in Miami, because they gave me their everything. When some days I didn't feed them. Like, a lot of days, I'm not gonna lie, man. We used to be at rehearsal attitudes, like, man, look.
I don't know what y'all gonna do, but you know.
I gotta go.
We used to be
I got
at
a couple
rehearsal.
coupons.
One person would literally buy like a plate of
A thing of
pancakes,
patties.
and then we would be we'd be busting
Everybody
it down.
busting it down. Let me get a slice over here. Like, it was a grind. So what you guys saw on stage was real. The siblings that pushing each other in the head, that's real. She's like, yo, man, like, you know, that was real, because I didn't have anything to give them.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta just be humble enough to be like, look,
That shit gonna make me cry. Cause you
For
gonna
real.
have moments like that. Like, remember when we ate no pancakes?
I'm telling you,
you
you can't ever flex on somebody like that.
Exactly.
Like,
You really can't.
I busted down a plate of pancakes. Like, calm down. You feel me? Like, and so those are the moments that make it worth it for me. Like, when they were able to walk on stage and see a sold out show and the curtains open, for me, I felt like, okay, I gave them their what they deserved. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they walked in, they saw the set, they were like, damn. You know, they never saw the set until the night of the show.
She really did that.
Yeah, like, it was like, okay, and they had their hoodies, they had whatever. It was like, they trusted me, and I'm forever grateful for that. And that's something that people got to understand. Like, the vision is not always like golden in the beginning. It's gonna look like shit. It's gonna look like, what the fuck?
Okay.
We practiced in this little ass, cold ass space. Niggas in there like taking a smoke break or whatever. You know, and then you get there and your whole family at the end is like, yo, that shit was. Now you're a whole year later and you still like, yo,
that shit. It's like even like during the intermission, it's like you would have thought the play was over by all the love y'all was getting. It's like, yo, my God, this and that. I'm like, yo, when I get my picture, you know what I'm saying?
Talk that shit, B. Talk that shit.
I literally had people asking me for my autograph. I was just like, oh, okay, where do you want me to sign? I got you.
It was epic, man. I'll take a picture with you, so I'm good. It was epic, man.
I'm telling you.
It was a star-studded event, and my thing is, like you said, you know, you blessed us, you know what I'm saying, as far as your presence are concerned, as far as you saying, you know, hoping we all stick together and see the big picture. We will, you know what I'm saying?
Trust
like, you don't see how I see you. Like, the thing is, with the play I went to, like, I felt as if it was like I was already in the future. It was a star-studded event, you know what I'm saying? And like, for you to even say hi to me, I'm like, the main actor know me, y'all. Like, I wanted everybody to see me. Like, that's my friend. I wanted everybody to see me. Like, yo, like, that's how major it is. So it's like, I see the vision, and it's not even that I see your drive, I see your passion, and girl, oh my God.
And I also want to say to you guys, like, there are a lot of people who are gonna tell you that it's not possible. Your parents, they're gonna be like, oh, I've got to be you wasting your time. This shit is a joke.
The money.
Like, if
Oh,
you know, like,
you got paid.
You got paid. You got
How much
paid. You know,
they give
there are a
you?
lot of people that are not gonna understand, but it's not theirs to understand.
Yeah.
It's something that God gave you, and it's your responsibility at the end of the day, regardless of what anybody tells you, regardless of what it looks like. It's your responsibility to like see it to fruition. Because my dad, literally the day of the show, he was like, I'm not coming. Like I was backstage in tears. Like
Yeah, that shit gotta hurt.
Nah,
Yo,
I'm
you got a sold out show. Everybody in the city coming on, and the person that's supposed to be there is not there. You feel me? He's like, I'm not coming. This is a joke. Like
it's a dub.
It's
my mom
dumb.
did that, bro.
You feel me?
I was doing a Haitian comedy show with
Shit's
Success
grits.
in them, and I told my mom like a week before, a couple. I told my mom I'm gonna do a Haitian comedy show. You know, and it's one of the few. I don't do Haitian comedy. I really do an American show.
Yeah.
And the one time I had a Haitian comedy.
Boy, that boy killed it.
I told my mom, I was like, look, I'm gonna do Haitian comedy. I want you to be. She said, okay, I'm coming. The day of the thing, she said she ain't
She
coming.
gave him one big cheapie.
And I tell you, like,
That's cheap.
Mami, suta vini?
when I tell you, it hurt me so bad, and it's like it was one of my best shows.
It was one of what?
Listen, I'm in the U-Haul bringing the couch to the set, and my auntie was like, I'm just gonna let you know so you're not looking for him in the audience. And he's not coming. He said he's not coming. I left him 2 tickets. He was like, I'm not coming. And I'm like, those are the things that people don't see in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Like, those are the moments people see, like, all this stuff is like, no, there are moments where people are like, for what? You're not a nurse. You're not a doctor.
You're not a lawyer.
You're not a lawyer.
Doctor.
Haitian parents always want you to be doctor,
Nurse.
lawyer, nurse.
Yes.
If you're not that, you're a scrub.
I
You're a
simply
dub.
said, yo pale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her
Yeah.
favorite. My mom, that's why I was turning that thing. That's her favorite line.
I'm like, yo, you're 6
And
on the
it's no
lot.
point. It's like Haitian parents, well, not just Haitian, like Caribbean parents, just really be holding their kids back of just not believing them.
Always.
I'm telling you.
And then like it's 2019. You see what kids are doing now to make money. YouTube channels, playing video games, or going just traveling.
Their toys.
Motherfuckers are getting.
Let me
You know what I'm
tell you
saying?
what my old girl used to tell me back in the days, okay? And it's so shocking. She used to be like, why you gonna play football? Why you gonna play sports, right? And then I did those things, and then she always hit me with the, Upawe le one?
Yeah.
No. I didn't understand.
Why you can't be like LeBron?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, yo, when I was telling you, let me go be at the park, you told me go be a doctor, go be a nurse.
We talking about Leo
Yeah.
The worst thing, bro, is watching sports with your parents. You be like, God, them boy, they call
I hate that
You
shit,
know,
bro.
it's so real. And I was
hate that
telling Lola
shit.
yesterday, I literally had like an epiphany the other day. Like, I was doing like a fasting meditation or whatever. And I realized that like, my father used to always tell me like, no one's gonna ever take you seriously. Like, no man's gonna ever marry you. No, whatever, because you're not. Because I wasn't following the path that he wanted.
He wants
And
you to be
so-
a nurse, the doctor.
Yeah, and I carried that with me. You guys may not have seen the show in Miami because I just was so terrified. Like, and Lola, literally, she was the one that was like, girl, please. You know, but area is our identity. And it's like, no, you don't feel like anyone's going to take you seriously.
Yeah.
Because you're coming from another country and you feel like you have to have that doctor in front of your name to be taken seriously as a black man in this country. That's your story. That's not mine. And I started to carry that with me. I'm like, damn, I was a perfectionist. Like, if I didn't do this, I wouldn't be worthy of this.
Yeah.
When my show was sold out, I'm like, what? Why? Like, you know, Lola was like, why not? But I'm like, I'm not worthy of a sold out show. I didn't go to school and study this. I didn't, you know, I'm not professionally trained.
What you heard.
But that's what was programmed into my mind. Exactly. So it's like, and it trickled into other parts of my life. My romantic relationships, my friendships. Like, a lot of times I didn't feel deserving of a lot of beautiful things.
Yeah.
And so you have to learn to dissociate yourself from everyone else's perception of who you're supposed to be. Just be like, you know what? God sent me on this earth with this passion. I didn't ask to be here. Like, I didn't ask to like cameras. I didn't ask to like be funny. I'm just funny. Like, I don't have to defend that to anybody. You know, and so I've been writing in journals since I was 5. Like, I used to learn, like, I started writing because I needed to process things that were happening. So I would turn them into stories and make my own ending. Because it was like, okay, I don't know if this is going to go this way or this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how the writing started. So you could tell me that no one's going to ever take me seriously, but that's your fear that you're projecting onto me. It's not my identity. It's not my identity. Like, the core, it's you. So the core of who I am likes to tell jokes. And the core of who I am likes to, you know, tell stories. The core of who I am likes to film, and I can see things that other people don't see.
In a way that they don't see it.
In a way that they don't see it. So I literally had this epiphany, and I just shook that off of me. Like, I was like, you know what? I don't need to be perfect. Like, my story doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna give these people a script, and they're gonna make it.
Get on the real.
Yeah.
Be
So It's all entrepreneur. Everything is entrepreneurship. It's all a process. It's all like a lesson in self-love, and it definitely is. Like you gotta just have like a different
Love
type of
thyself.
courage, yo.
You got, it's crazy, bro.
Love
It's like,
thyself.
one thing is crazy is that I don't tell people this, but I really have a terrible relationship with my mother.
Yeah, a lot of
And
people.
then a lot of people,
A lot of men do.
like a lot of people say, oh, you can tell how a man treats his woman by how he treats his wife. Like me and my mom, we go at it like all the fucking. It's never a time where it's like, I love you. I haven't heard of I love you, Rick, in like.
Not even from your mama?
I'm
No.
telling you.
I can expect that from the old boy, but not from the mama.
No,
What?
he just said
The
it.
Haitian
My old
women?
girl love me.
The Haitian women?
My old girl love me. I don't know
First
about
of the old
y'all.
boys.
My old
just
boy
had
ain't
this
shit, but my old
Because
girl
you're a boy.
love me.
No,
Because you're a
listen,
boy, bro.
listen, bro. Like it's like I respect my mother, but it's like for me to say I love my mom, it's so hard because it's like constantly like for me doing comedy, like she really don't approve that shit. She really thinks it's like, okay, you're doing comedy, like why not? Like I sent you to school to do other things.
Yeah.
And it's like for me not to get that support, it hurts so much because it's like, damn, like you supposed to be my backbone. You supposed to be that person that's like always there rooting for me. And like
Trust me.
And then that's something as no matter how far you get in life, knowing that your relationship with your parents is like not good.
Before, yeah.
It's hard. It's really hard to get over, right?
It is.
It's very hard.
But and this is gonna bring it back to the why good men cheat. Or bring it back to the story and how women show up in relationships. Like going back to my dad telling me like no one's gonna ever take me seriously. Like I used to be afraid to ask for what I wanted from men because I always thought, you know what? Even if I asked for it, like he would never pick me anyway. Like he wouldn't. Like why would he love me? Like you know what I'm saying? And that was adopting that toxic.
You sold yourself short.
Yes, I sold myself short because of what I was programmed to believe about myself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I'm thinking back on all the men that I've been with, and I'm like, I showed up scared. Like when they first met me, I was lit, I was cool, I was vibe. But once the attachment started, it was like
Shit got spooky.
now I'm like I'm doing too much. Like I'm doing a lot to try to earn his love, and I'm doing a lot to try to make myself be worthy of this person's love. And it's like a lot of women show up in relationships like that and they disconnect from men. And then it's like, well, I can't speak life into you because I don't want to seem weak. Or I can't speak life into you because I don't want to seem like a doormat or whatever. And that's what pushes the man away. And that's what causes men to step out of their relationship. Because like, okay, she's guarded. There's like a wall. I can't connect with her. Like, what is it?
True.
And a lot of us just show up fucked up. We carry shit that does not belong to us. Like your mom feeling like whatever, like that's not you. That's her identity. That's how she perceives you, but that's not.
That's how she wants
That's not you. You feel me? Like you have to understand that. Like we have to cut that cord sometimes. Like yeah, I want my mom's approval. Yeah, I want my dad's approval more than anything in this world. But if he can't get on the train, like there are millions of people that I have to pour into, and they can't be stopped because of his ignorance.
Yes.
You feel me? Like,
Facts.
bruh, you gonna be alright. You're gonna catch on, and maybe you won't. Like, cause after the play, my aunts, all of them were calling him like, yo. She's a fucking beast, yo. She's a beast. And his stubbornness was like, whatever. You know,
they don't want to admit. They don't want to admit that they're wrong.
that you missed it.
It's a Foley. That's a Foley.
Yeah, what's up, funny Leah?
That's on Foley.
Don't let her.
That's
Don't
a
let
big
her
ego
deceive you.
Yeah.
Deceive me, deceive you. Like, no, I'm good at what the fuck I do. It's like you have to just let that go.
You have to, because I remember I was rushing for that, like for my parents to be proud of me. I'm the only kid that went to school, graduated. I'm the only one that didn't get pregnant, didn't go to jail.
That's enough. Like that's
No,
enough.
But that wasn't enough.
It's never enough. It's not
So
enough.
when I
It's never
graduated
enough.
from college, finally graduated from college, I remember I was so excited. I got them shirts that said from my school. I got them shirts. I want to do a photo shoot. I want to do all this stuff. The day of graduation, I'm like, oh, congratulations. They took me out to eat, and they're like, so what's next?
They always want more.
They never
satisfied.
They never took the time to
I
say.
was so
Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
I was like, whoa, I
I
didn't
just
like
think I
school.
busted my
I
ass.
literally did this for you guys.
This is for y'all, not for me.
And then my mom always used to say like I'm her rebel child. I'm like one of the worst ones. But it's because I got tattoos.
Me
I got piercings,
too.
like,
I'm
wow.
like, I'm the
I
rebel.
swear to God, it's like it's only
And it's
like a
so
black
weird.
thing. Like,
It's so weird.
White parents don't not fucking do that. As soon as
Fuck you, mom.
as you graduate, they buy you a car.
Stupid.
Like,
I'm gonna say this. My parents are they did provide, but like I'm a very, if you know me, like I'm a very tough person. Like I don't know how to show love. I know how to show love, but I'm not like an emotional person. Like I'm very like if you give me too much affection, I'm just like whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Like you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm
Yeah.
like my niece had to break me out of that with her, but normal like if you like were to give you try to give me a hug right now, I would have been like.
Back up, bro. I don't know you like that.
But it's just because my parents, that's how they were with me. Like they were just.
But that's not.
You know what we need? We need to bring that segment up. We had a segment growing up. It was growing up Haitian, but growing up a Caribbean. We gotta bring
Caribbean ain't just Haitian.
This Caribbean.
Yeah. I can only speak for Haitian.
But you don't want to show up like that. I'm telling you. Like,
I know.
I've
been learning that,
and I'm like, I'm showing up in these relationships like cutting my own self short.
Yeah.
You're showing up in these relationships cold and distant.
Yeah.
You might be showing up in these relationships like overcompensate. Like wow, whatever it is, like. I'm not carrying that shit. Like that's my dad's identity. That's all. Like I'm just gonna be who I am, and that's it. Like,
and it takes a lot of work to get to that point.
Yeah, and who I am is
work.
like super loving, super affectionate, super happy. I'm not overthinking. I'm just vibing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I want to put that on stage for women because a lot of women are in relationships, but they're functioning robotically. Like.
Clock in, clock out.
Clock in, clock out. Lay down, get up. It's like
Well, what I say is
open, wide, closed.
Tradition.
All right, so Elodie, moving on. Thank you. Just one thing I want to take. You know what I'm saying? As far as like what you were saying is concerned, you were like. You had a vision that no one understood. You know, you seen the play came to you, and no one understood. It was like what the hell. My thing is like as far as me and Rick as well as far as entertainment is concerned, we see things others don't. You know what I'm saying? We see the vision, we see the potential in things, and I feel as if that's our power that we have amongst others, and embrace that. You know what I'm saying? Embrace yourself for having that uniqueness in you, because the vision you create, a lot of people cannot duplicate, and a lot of people do not see.
Listen, there's a lot of basic people. Like you guys are not average. Like the average guy right now is Friday night. They're not getting licked up. They get ready to go to the strip club and throw bands.
Throw a couple ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's you got to understand that you're not regular. It might feel like it's regular because it's just this is another day in your whatever. But it's not regular. Like when we were going to rehearsals, like it was not regular.
Yeah.
What we were doing was not Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. It was not regular. Like, and it showed. So just keep going. Nobody has to understand it. And that, like, knowing that you're not regular should give you the confidence to step to anybody. Like, y'all want to join my radio show.
Exactly.
Anybody.
So how do these things keep you from being discouraged?
Well, my friends keep me from being discouraged because it happens, like, probably every other day. Like, guys... And I was like, oh God, Lord, what happened now? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't know. You know, it's like, I don't know, y'all. Like, okay, can we do this shit again? Like, are people gonna come? Like, it's like, it's the people you surround yourself by, and the people that you allow to pour into.
Your circle is
After hearing so much negativity growing up, at this point, if you can't tell me, we're gonna figure out a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're gonna make it happen.
What people are talking about? Okay, I'm not feeding them. Let's make them some sandwiches. Like, those are the type of people I need. Like, Lo, you got it. My hairstylist, which is Lo's sister, she's like, girl, what? You got it. She was the one, matter of fact, that came, because I didn't know, I couldn't hear anything, because I was upstairs controlling the sound and the lights. I couldn't hear you guys. I couldn't. I couldn't.
Phenomenal woman.
Okay. I'm like working the sound and the lights. I couldn't hear anyone laughing. I couldn't hear anything. So I'm like, are they liking it? Are they not? And it's like she knew that I just needed that. She's like, girl, you killing it. Yo, that shit fucking funny. Yeah. We're in the first scene. So that I'm like, turn the lights up. They turn the volume up a little bit. Now, so I'm like, and those are the kind of people that you need in your corner. And I was like, man, well, your last episode was funny. Like, Lo was telling me about the topic that you guys had last week.
About this.
And then, so I'm like, it's like, those are the kind of people that you need in your corner. And I'm like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it. So when I get discouraged, don't get me wrong. But I turn to people that I know are going to be like,
you got this.
People don't know that entrepreneurship is literally
Yes.
You feel bipolar, dog? What? You feel bipolar as hell? Like,
there's never a steady time where it's
never.
like, okay, this is what. Nah, it's like
there's one day you at the gym.
It's like you probably had your sold out show, and that night you was like, yeah. You probably woke up feeling good, and after you're like, but this could happen. I did this wrong.
The next day I'm like, damn. Okay, so we didn't have sound in Act 2.
Yeah, like that's
it doesn't. Like you just move into. and not even that, but the worst thing is that when you've accomplished something and you're like, okay, so now like what's next?
Yeah. You just okay.
You don't know what's next. You know, so oh, poor connection. What happened?
All right.
Oh,
You're probably on too long.
how do you save it?
Share. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so trust me, just keep going.
Thank
Let
you.
you stay motivated by just.
Thank you for those
One
wise
thing,
words.
Thank you for the wise words. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, girl.
Thank you.
And like I said, we can't wait for your next upcoming play. And one thing
We didn't even go into it right
You
now.
gotta tell them the date again, just in case.
Remind us one more time. April 24th. What it was?
April 24th and 25th.
Why great man cheat?
Why?
Good.
Why
man.
Good.
Why great man?
Why good man?
Even though we don't.
They don't.
Black men don't cheat.
Black men.
Black men do
either,
not
huh?
cheat. No, Haitian men do not cheat.
Haitian men.
Listen, I can't.
They the most
Haitian men don't cheat. They
They the
start
most
families.
faithful creatures on this
They start
earth.
family.
They go to Haiti and start a whole new
When
family.
they bored.
Still love you.
Love it all that.
Ladies and gentlemen, one thing we want to also, before we before we exit off with the evening with the night, one thing, I want you to help us tackle a little topic that recently occurred with the Amber Geiger case. I don't know if you, of course, I don't know if our viewers, listeners out there really know what's going on as far as like the Amber Geiger case is concerned. She shot and killed Bo and Jean in his apartment while he was, I'm gonna say everything, while
He was Haitian, huh?
he was Nigerian. He was a Nigerian individual.
Mm-hmm.
He was, you relaxing when you in your living room in your boxes, eat as a black man eating a vanilla ice cream. That's what
I
he was
thought it
doing.
was cereal.
No, it was a vanilla
Captain Crunch.
ice.
Ice cream.
It wasn't
ice
Captain
cream.
Crunch.
No, he had a
Okay,
vanilla ice cream. Like, if
You
I'm relaxed, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So she came in, wrongly accused her own home, and wrongly accused Bo and Jean as a suspect, as a robber. And
How'd she even get in the house?
she
said the door was slightly open.
She
Yes.
definitely
No,
had
he
a
was.
kid. They was messing with each other. They had to.
She was jingling the keys. He heard it at the door. And he got the door.
So there's a lot of allegations going out as far as how she entered the home is concerned.
Was she fatigued or something? Like, how are you at the wrong?
My thing is, they said she did a 12-hour, 16.
Listen,
What was it? 16?
he probably moved on.
Okay.
It was a lot of passion.
Speak to us. Speak to us.
What grits?
Because I feel as if like I was
you go
told,
black, you never go back.
Yeah.
aren't you trained? You know what I'm saying? Like, aren't you trained? And aren't you you as an officer? You know what I'm saying? You're trained for certain situations like that, and to even stay up for
Thank you,
those
Christine.
long hours.
It's
16
a
hours.
black thing. Listen.
I'm just over the excuses at this point. Like,
It's a
whatever.
black thing. When white officers, it's a black suspect, they get more adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? They get more pump.
I'm about to buy this.
Oh, we got a nigga on that.
I'm about to buy
We
this.
got a nigga, boy.
It's a big gorilla
You
nigga.
say he's black?
Body is
love
big
his
ass.
Is he black? Okay.
I feel like he was trying to
Forget
cut
this
her.
one.
She was trying to cut. He was trying to cut her off.
And she was like, nah, nigga.
She was like, over there.
And then one thing,
I think if you enter the household, the number one thing I know when I enter my crib is my painting on the wall, my pictures on the wall. You know what I'm saying? I notice
the energy.
It's not even that.
The
It's
smell.
before that, because like people distinguish that door by their doormat.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna look like I got a red doormat, I got a green one. This is my crib.
No, not just that, but you know when you're driving and you know you're driving the wrong, like your instincts tell you like,
This ain't the
Yeah.
crib.
I'm going the wrong way.
Wait, yeah.
There's no way you're gonna tell me that. Oh, I thought I was walking to my own apartment. No,
Right.
dog. Like
Alright, but
You
still
still
going
be
to
passed
jail.
out drunk for the most part. You know
how to get to your house.
Yeah, like you don't make it home.
so
You don't make home way to your nigga
So
crib.
how do
She
y'all-
made it to.
Why you gonna make it to your nigga
how do
crib?
y'all
Oh.
feel? How do y'all feel?
They gonna be at the nigga
They gonna
crib.
As far as like,
Man, you
as
better
far
pick up
as
when I call you.
And that's what she did.
What?
Hey, hold on. As far as like the whole trial was concerned, as far as the final decision was made, how do y'all feel about her receiving
That shit was
10
wrong.
years?
That shit wrong.
she should have got more years. Like TK got 55 years, and there was no gunfire. I don't know if you know who TK is. It's the kid that made the song the Race.
On the race, yeah.
And
Why
they-
he was wanted.
And they gave him 55 years.
Hey man.
They gave him 55 years. They didn't find no weapon.
They didn't have no
Nobody
evidence.
testifies. Nothing. They gave him 55 years. They gave this woman 10 years, and then
20. They gave another woman 20 years because her husband she was getting attacked. Like she was about to get attacked. Actually, she felt like as if she needed to defend herself. So she popped warning shots.
And they gave her 20 years.
They gave her 20 years for warning shots. But they were like, damn.
Fuck that. It's how they embraced her.
Yeah,
they showed her love.
Okay, there you go.
They hugged her like, oh, it's
that.
okay, you'll be all right. And it was his own family members. Like, if you kill my brother,
I'm trying to bag you too.
Yeah, like,
I'm trying to kill you too. And then you know what's crazy?
It's deeper than we know.
You know what's crazy? What gets me so mad is like, you know, I respect everybody with their like religion stuff and going to church and everything, but it's like it's just certain shit you gotta understand. Like, yo, this motherfucker killed your family, bro.
Yes, your loved one.
You feel what I'm saying? This is not like
Where's
some
the
accident.
loyalty?
But you know, I agree with you 100%. But just playing devil's advocate, it's hard to carry that burden about wish she was dead. You killed my brother. Like, that's a lot to carry.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to. They probably didn't forgive her for her, but for themselves, so they can carry themselves to the next day.
Nah, that's a
I want to give
that was a Christian marriage.
Fuck you.
Okay,
Okay, look. Imagine you carry stuff that like you never forgive somebody for something they did. You always gonna you're gonna wake up mad. You see them on TV.
I ain't gonna wake up mad.
No,
You're gonna wake up without that family member.
I bring it up. Okay, of course. Listen, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying. You're not gonna want to carry certain stuff forever. So you never saw people just have to like, you know what? I had to forgive this person for me because every time you speak of this person, I'm mad. You having a good day, somebody bring up a name, you mad.
Yeah, I have that right now.
You're trying to say everything you do.
Yeah, but you also gotta understand this is a high profile case. One, and you have a responsibility to your community.
No, I agree with y'all.
Like doing all that in the courtroom was, I feel like, a slap in the face because we don't know your family member, but we're rooting for your family because it's like it could have been our own brother.
But I
no
feel
way
like,
in hell I'm gonna hug
I feel like
after you kill my brother.
They did that because when the brother testified, he talked about what his brother would have wanted. So I think, yeah. So I think
we don't know that he dead.
But listen. They know their brother.
But he dead though.
This is how I feel. I feel like the hugging, the embracing her as the family members. It was a little uncomfortable. It kind of made me cringe a little bit. I was like. But when the judge got down and did it, I was like, okay, but you being real extra. I never seen them come down on the stand for a black man who got sentenced to 55 years for a gun charge that they never had.
She's a part of a fraternity. That whole justice.
That was too much. That was too much. I think it was a black judge. I feel like when it's other situations, we're not. You don't see a blunt judge coming down to hug a black man. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said, yo, we, as far as like African Americans concerned, we're too
nice. We're too soft. You gotta be hard.
You know what? It's our strength and our weakness.
But it's our strength, yes.
Because we're so soft that we be vibing. We be like,
oh my bad.
We chill we're so chill that we were able to overlook a lot of things. And that's what keeps us functioning.
But so much has been done to us as well. We learned to endure so much.
That's what makes us above all individuals. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
The simple fact that we can take this and we regurgitate it out in a different way, in different form, in different fashion.
But that makes us doormats, though.
It does. Absolutely.
Because Asians, it's like there's certain people that some communities you can't really fuck with like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they would never. The gays, they suing for you. Even you blink at them.
No, even Dave Chappelle.
It's the Alphabet Boys. You thought Alphabet Boys is just AB? No, it's the LGBTQ community. Okay.
No,
them niggas,
in your chest.
They in your chest for real.
And understand that my mother was a mayor. She went to prison. I ain't seen nobody, and I'm talking about a public figure. Nobody came and gave her a hug. Nobody came and gave her any consolation. Like it's like so there are certain things that I'm like, yeah, I get what they're trying to do, but it's like it's a slap in the face of the culture at the end of the day, in my opinion. I don't care whatever y'all got privately going on, whatever your brother may have wanted, you release that in a meditation or some shit.
Exactly.
Not in no public
I just feel like it's embarrassing.
But real quick, I just want to let you guys know I didn't agree with it. I was just playing the devil's advocate.
Absolutely.
No, don't try.
You got simply agree with it.
The first thing I said was I agree with you. I was just playing devil's advocate. I'm a Gemini, so I can see different sides of the view, but I don't agree with it.
I understand his religion. He was trying to be respectful and everything, but like, bro, that's your family. That's religion.
Yeah. Now would have done that, we would have been fighting.
Yeah, for the culture. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just feel, and it just.
After all we've been through?
Well, maybe they know something we don't know.
Like what?
It's
I
deeper.
think it's programmed.
The brother
No,
knows.
I don't feel like
It's really
like,
programmed.
to be honest, y'all, like I've dealt with certain Christians, like I ain't gonna lie, like they religious individuals, like they really do forgive it, like they really do forgive people. You know what I'm saying? They really do like take that thing serious.
We're not mad about the forgiveness.
So
like that's
that I feel as if it was more so of a religious
death?
No, this isn't a death.
It was death.
the hug was too much though. It should have been like
you're hugging and you're.
No, this is what I heard. I heard
thing.
he's, I heard they were like they got like Haitian in them, so he like grabbed a piece of shit here.
That's what I ain't even think of that one. I ain't never.
He's like, oh yeah.
Stop bullshit.
Taking that shit straight to Haiti. I'm like, she wake up
As a cop,
That's right.
Hey, let him just
get out 3 legs too.
That's what's happening. She got a lip. I'm going down. That's a go on a lip right there.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. And but you know, as a black woman, I'm sorry to say this, but our black men, and I feel like this should be like a lesson. Like, these white women, I gotta chill.
No, we'll tell white women.
No,
listen.
No, that's another topic. We gonna
Like
talk about.
I'm just saying though, like as a black woman, there's a lot of things. I've seen a lot of men crumble under these
Pressure?
These non-black women.
Uh-huh.
You gotta
Exotic
understand.
females?
Yeah, but
We're
at
not
the same
easy to
time-
deal with.
Tropic?
We're not as easy to deal with, maybe.
No, but it's beautiful.
I have to go back
You're
live
strong.
for this.
But we're not easy to deal with. Understand? But it's because we are one and the same. Y'all not easy to deal with either.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that we would never do.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Off of just you are me and I am you. You feel me? Like there are certain things, certain
We
lines that we
are
would
one.
never cross. These doms, they use you for your DNA.
Yes.
They use you for your big dicks.
Yes.
They use you for
Mixed babies.
photo ops.
Yes, but
But you're as far as value,
yes,
you're not as valuable to them
I
as you are to us.
I agree. But would you agree with me when I say this? How about when the shoes is on the other foot?
Alley-oop.
Clap, clap.
And, it
Don't be
comes
high-fiving up
to,
in
it comes
here.
to
Okay.
a black
Duncan.
woman, and she get a man who's not of African descent.
But you know why?
Y'all
You know why,
back each other
Black?
up in a major way.
Very-
Good job, girl.
Girl,
You
you
need
did
to
a good
upgrade,
job.
girl. That's it. Secure the bag, boo. Secure the bag,
That's
boo.
not true
When it
though.
comes to us,
That's true.
oh, you done left the queen. You dog that. Whole ass
For that white
Put white pussy up. You definitely
She gonna
But
take
you know
all
what
your
though?
monies.
But you know what?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a white man killing his black wife?
Yeah, they
Have
don't.
you?
They buried them alive. They don't kill them.
No.
I got a joke.
You haven't. The thing is that there's nothing wrong with it. It's that you guys always lose.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's like whatever you want to do your interracial relationship, but y'all always get the short end of the stick. We don't.
You think no? You want me? I could. There's a podcast, right? There's a podcast.
No, she right.
We don't lose.
No, you ain't fighting.
No, Gams, we do not lose.
So
in that
listen,
situation.
maybe there are
Y'all don't
one-offs.
lose because the game is fucking revolved around you.
No.
They revolved around
No.
y'all. Tell them how it's on your side.
They gotta
All the
stop.
time.
Because
You gotta stop.
the black man
We gotta
is
stop.
a special. He's a special species.
Yes.
Let me just say this, okay? I know we gotta end or whatever.
Yeah.
The black man is a special species, so it's like a delicate flower or a delicacy. You
Don't
can't
pluck
plant
this
it in
flower,
just
baby.
any
Don't pluck
soil.
this flower.
Right.
You feel me? The black woman, we always gonna be Gucci. The black man is fragile. The black man is valuable. You're literally like at the top of the food chain if you ever see yourselves that way. You
Endangered
feel me?
species.
So
I do.
you guys are preyed on.
Yes.
Black women, we're a luxury. Black men are preyed on. What you have in your body, in your nutsack, is gold. It's diamond.
Gold.
So, but you guys are just so like, whatever. I'm gonna get. It's like, no, we don't lose. Like, we
But
don't
why
lose.
aren't black women treating us as such?
Boom.
That's
Before
what
we
we're
say
doing
that.
the play.
Maybe
Elodie,
because
Elodie,
you value
doing the
You don't
show.
see it. You
We
don't
don't-
see it yourself first. You have to first value yourself and value who you are in order for somebody else to highlight that. Like, women can't keep coming and dusting niggas off. Like,
Yeah,
we can't
like,
keep coming.
It's
Okay, like
No,
no,
listen,
women get tired of that.
I know.
crazy
I feel y'all. But here's another. Oh God! If I jump onto this, it's going to last. But anyways, here's another thing. Like I've done my research, I've watched my videos, and I've seen a female podcast attack these certain individuals. It was ball players. It was a whole bunch of NFL players.
You guys are targeted.
They got tarnished because they dated, women out, Hispanic women outside of their black race. Here's what they said, and I'm like, damn, they were trying to make it. Like, these downs wasn't giving them no chances. These downs was giving them. They wasn't like out blending with what they had going on. It was always a headache. It was always this, and when they finally made it, it was more and more and more. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, you can say thoughts or whatever, but these other downs or whatever, kid, they're making it easier.
You know why?
Once after we make it, after we make it.
White women are trained to see they're trained to see, like, oh, he's gonna be
successful.
Yeah. I've heard that before.
Understand that we're designed to refine you. Mm-hmm. So what might appear to be a headache to you is us saying, baby,
right,
some shit you gotta you got this, but there are some things about you that need to be refined. Niggas don't like to hear that. Sometimes they want to just feel like they know it all. Especially niggas who are on ESPN in college or whatever. It's like the black woman is going to challenge you because we're your mirror and we're the only ones who understand your DNA and your plight. We understand. We see, like, there's a man that I've dated and I saw who he was long before he ever stepped into that. Yeah. And he called me and was like, I finally understand what you were saying and what you were trying to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful. I thank you for that. I know I fucked up. I know we'll never be together again, but I thank you for that. And it's like, well, it took you 5 years to understand. I wasn't trying to nag you, but I'm telling you, I see you as a king. And right now you're functioning like some basic ass nigga. Yeah, so you're seeing it as nagging. Whatever, these white women, all they see is like, oh, check. He about to be in the NBA.
They will scout you from high school.
They recruit
you. They recruit you.
It's different. You feel me? Like, it's way different. Trust me, I get what you're saying. Whatever these one, they wasn't paying me no but there was a woman that was there that was paying attention to him. He maybe just didn't choose her. They're not gonna tell you that though. They're not gonna tell you that in the body. They're not gonna tell you like, well, I didn't have a ride or die diamond.
It's a lot of pride. No, we gotta we gotta bring you back because this.
You gotta bring us back.
I'm ready.
I'm
bring y'all back.
We have these conversations all day.
The boys we got ammunition. We
got ammunition, bro. I bring that shit.
Somebody said there's always a black woman who refined them before the white woman got them.
Yes.
And that's true. Even if it's your mama, even if it's your grandma, the man that you are is because of a black woman. So again, these Kylie Jenner, these Kim Kardashian, she a billionaire, whatever. She wanted a half black baby.
Want a black man, but they don't want the black person's problem.
No,
I agree with.
Cause, like, honestly, like, because I was gonna say before we wrap up, I was watching the show Blackish, and I remember they had a topic of why do black women make their man's plate. Like, why do we make our man's plate? Because that's not a white woman thing.
Oh, they don't do that?
No, listen, let me tell you, right? So, I'm like, okay, I never knew that.
He's the king in the relationship.
Go ahead.
I never knew that white women didn't do this thing, but this is a real thing because I've spoken to other white women like, what? It's foreign to them. So they explained and they were like, okay, they brought it back to like, slavery times, so the time we were oppressed. And they were like, okay, well, when a black man was being tarnished and being used as a mule and to pick cotton and all this stuff, it was the black woman when he came home. The only way to make him feel like a man or to make him feel like uplift him was to when he come home, have a warm plate of food sitting at the table where he can sit down and eat a decent meal and not be treated as a thing, less than.
A scrub.
And then that's where as women we've become, and when we've practiced this all the time to make sure we make our men feel like kings. We'll come home, put something under your foot, or how was your day, or whatever. So a white woman or a woman that's not of, our culture, who has never experienced anything like that, or generational, having experienced it, they're not going to value that the same. So it's going to be like, what? Why should I fix your plate? Fix your own plate. And I've seen it. And I spoke to women, like different cultures that have said it. They don't fix their man a plate. So I thought that was kind of like one of those weird things that I never knew that exist. And us as black women, we don't really see how valuable we are and the things that we do and the self-sacrifices that we make for our men.
Again, sister.
Even though
Talk that
we've
shit,
been through
sis.
things and we've endured things as children and our fathers and daddy issues and all these things, we take these things very lightly, but in actuality these are real issues that we carry with us into our new relationships, like Lolo said, into her personal relationships with friends and stuff like that. So honestly, I didn't know that was a thing. Now that I know that we are the only ones fixing niggas' plates, y'all niggas better
Make our best.
That's hysterical.
That's a make our best.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is a
oh
real
my
conversation.
goodness,
Good job.
thank you for real.
That was very informative right
I know
now.
you guys are
For real,
comedians,
like,
but this is a heavy conversation.
Of course, of
Really,
course.
really deep.
We entertain, inform, and keep it deep, baby.
We talk that shit right here.
Educational, baby.
We
Hey,
talk
ladies and
that shit
gentlemen,
right here.
this been a great production of Down Here Podcast at SNDS radio station.
Thank you everybody for coming.
It was
Of
really
course.
good.
This my Lolo, so I thank you Lolo for pulling through. Ellen, thank you for pulling through.
Yes.
Simply, thank you for pulling through,
Thank
yo.
you for having us. Thank you
No,
for having us.
like y'all presence was very amazing. Thank you. Like it's been you blessed the station, you blessed Down Here Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And as far as our viewers and listeners, I've got too much questions and shit. I didn't go through my questions or anything like that, but. We did.
Oh, you
my
have more
viewers-
questions?
Yeah, like
Lord.
what made
Throw
you
one
great?
more. We got 9
No.
minutes. We got 9 minutes.
What's up? Is it no? If anything,
Yeah.
I must speak back
I'll
on
answer
what.
questions.
Listen, y'all had a
what you
question.
said.
Y'all had a question about rape the other day.
I heard about that.
We need a whole nother
Oh,
day for
shit.
this. It was
For
like,
real?
should you be
that was a fucking
compensated?
It was a real
Yeah,
conversation.
right.
Like,
That's not real.
Why do women want jail
No,
time
I-
and they
we
want
didn't-
money?
we
Like they
didn't-
should choose.
Here's the
Like,
thing, we didn't make up that conversation. It was already out there. It
Oh,
was already out there.
I was like, that's an odd question.
Yeah, it was already out there. It was a conversation already made and whatnot, and we
Rape
took.
is a very
And Remy
big deal.
Ma spoke on it.
Yeah, they spoke on it already. Like
Oh,
people
okay.
spoke on it already, and we took upon
They
what
don't
they
want,
took.
they don't want me on it.
You
But you ain't never hear no
Like,
shit like you like what the
I was
fuck?
like,
Wait.
I was
I'm like,
I said, excuse me. I was on all three of y'all things like, hold up, wait.
Who the fuck said this?
this is amazing though.
Thank you so very much.
Congratulations to you
Thank you for
guys.
blessings, and we can't wait to have you back. Of course,
Thank you.
April 24th, April 25th.
Yes.
That's
Why?
why.
Girl like the
Why?
film.
Make sure y'all check
Yeah.
in.
We in the greedy like Diddy.
Yes.
Y'all check it
Straight up and
out.
down.
And again, I'm your host, got my 305. Yeah. To my right, it's my co-host.
It's your boy MiamiGotJokes. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
And of course, across from me is my other co-host.
It's your boy, No Like It Mo. Follow me. We here, family. Let's do this.
Special guest in the building. Make some noise. Let me know
What's
to
up?
follow you.
What's up? My name is Elodie Alcindor, writer, director, and producer, and CEO of Blue Royalty Productions. Follow me at Elodie Alcindor.
Yes.
That's right.
That's good. It's your girl Simply Neek, PR marketer. Follow me at Simply
Yes.
_Neek. Yo.
That's
Black
right.
Girl Magic in the
Black
building.
Girls Magic in the building.
Hold on, tell us who you want to.
It's
Come
your
on,
girl,
main actor.
Lolo. Yeah, follow me. Low 7. It's not low V. For everybody who thinks it's low V, it's low _7.
Let's
In Roman
get it.
numerals.
Right.
And of course, like I've always said, like to all my viewers and listeners, drive safe. We love y'all. Yeah.